Welcome to Diary TV, your trusted source for the stories that matter most to Nigerians. I'm your host, Ogenekara Asowe, and today we're diving into a topic that has been buzzing across the nation recently: the latest development on the National Youth Service Corps, or NYSC, and their long-awaited payment of arrears to corps members. This is a story that has sparked hope, relief, and a bit of impatience among Nigerian youths, and we're here to break it down all for you. For months, corps members, both serving and those who've recently completed their service, have been waiting for the federal government to fulfill its promise of increasing their monthly allowance to 77,000 and clearing the arrears owed from this adjustment. Today we've got exciting updates to share straight from the heart of the news. But before we get into the details, let's see the context. Why does this matter, and what is at stake for Nigeria's young graduates? Stay tuned as we unpack the timeline, the challenges, and what this means for the corps members across the country. Let's start by rewinding the clock to understand how we got here. The NYSC, established in 1973, is a cornerstone of Nigeria's effort to foster national unity and empower young graduates to contribute to community development. Every year, thousands of graduates serve in various parts of the country, often far from home, gaining exposure to diverse culture while serving their nation. A key part of this experience is the monthly allowance provided by the federal government to support corps members during their service year. Back in July 2024, President Bola Tinubu signed the National Minimum Wage Amendment Act, raising the national minimum wage to 70,000. As part of this reform, the NYSC allowance was increased from 33,000 to 77,000, a move that was met with widespread excitement among NYSC members. The announcement came with a promise that the new allowance would take effect from July 2024, with arrears to cover the difference between the old and the new amount for the months in between. However, the road to implementation wasn't smooth. By February 2025, corps members were still receiving the old 33,000 allowance, leading to frustration and protests. The delay was attributed to budgetary constraint, as the increase wasn't initially included in the 2024 budget. Corps members like Abiba Oyedeji, who spoke to Punch newspaper, expressed disappointment, saying their joy was short-lived when they received the old allowance despite the government's promise. The federal government responded by allocating 430.7 billion to the NYSC in the 2025 budget, with 372.9 billion specifically earmarked for corps members' allowance. This financial backing set the stage for the eventual rollout of the new allowance. By March 2025, the NYSC confirmed that payment of 77,000 has begun, bringing relief to many. But the big question remained: what about the arrears owed to both serving and ex-corps members? Let's dive into the latest update on that front. Here is the headline that got everyone talking. As of today, the NYSC has officially begun paying arrears to corps members. This news has been confirmed through multiple posts on multiple sources, including posts circulating on X, where users have announced that the federal government has started disbursing the 44,000 difference per month owed to corps members for the period between July 2024 and February 2025. That's right. Corps members are finally seeing the financial relief they've been waiting for. Brigadier General Olakunle Nafiu, the NYSC Director General, has been at the forefront of this assurance. Speaking at the Batch A 2025 pre-mobilization workshop in Abuja on April 3rd, he emphasized that the government is committed to clearing all arrears, and he stated, "Once funds are released to us, we'll pay them." Even our corps members that have passed out recently with benefits. The NYSC has detailed record and bank details of corps members, ensuring that the payment can be credited efficiently once the funds are available. The Minister of Youth Development, Ayodele Olawande, echoed this commitment, explaining that the delay was due to the need for budgetary allocation. In an interview on Channels Television, he assured Nigerians that both serving and ex-corps members will receive their backdated payment. It's a process, he said, but confirmed that the process is now complete, with funds allocated and disbursement on the way. Social media is abuzz with reactions. On X, users celebrated the news, with some suggesting that Batch A 2024 Corps A members are now flush with cash to spend. One post even jokingly advised, if you see any Batch A1 or A2 2024 Corps members, build them. This light-hearted sentiment reflects the relief and excitement among members, though some are still waiting for their payment as the disbursements are reportedly being processed in batches. But what does this mean for corps members? For many, this 44,000 per month backlog covering 8 months could amount to over 350,000 naira, a significant sum that could ease financial burden, cover living expenses, and even fund small entrepreneurial venture post-service. It's a win for the members, but the staggered nature of the payment has still left some anxiously waiting and checking their bank accounts. While the start of arrears payment is a major milestone, it's not all smooth sailing. Some corps members have expressed concern about the staggered disbursement, with reports indicating that not everyone has received their payments yet. This has led to calls for transparency and faster processing from the NYSC and the Office of Accountant General of the Federation. Beyond the payment issues, NYSC is grappling with broader challenges. At the same pre-mobilization workshop in April, Mohammed Abubakar, the NYSC Director of Corps Mobilization, raised alarm about fraudulent practices in the mobilization process. Some tertiary institutions have been uploading names of unqualified graduates to the NYSC portal, undermining the scheme's credibility. Abubakar called for stricter measures to address this issue, emphasizing that it affects the integrity of the entire program. Meanwhile, the Minister of Education, Olatunji Alausa, has proposed extending the NYSC service from 1 to 2 years, a suggestion made during a courtesy visit from Brigadier General Nafiot in April 2025. Alausa argued that this would allow for an expanded skilled acquisition program and better prepare graduates for the job market. This proposal has sparked debate, with some members who welcome the idea for its potential benefits, while others worry about the financial and logistical implication of an extended service period. This challenge highlights the need for ongoing reforms to ensure the NYSC remains relevant and effective. Minister Olawande stressed that reforming the NYSC is a collaborative effort, aligning with President Tinubu's renewed hope agenda to make the scheme more adaptive and inclusive. Now you might be wondering what the coroners have to say about this NYSC arrears payment saga. Unfortunately, there is no direct information available on their reaction on this specific issue of today. It's possible that the query about them stems from a misunderstanding or a mix-up with another context, such as the New York State Assembly Bill 2025 A3036A, which addressed restrictions on coroners releasing criminal or mental health records in case of police violence. However, this bill is unrelated to the NYSC or Nigeria's context. In Nigeria, coroners typically handle inquiries related to unnatural death, and there is no evidence linking their work to the NYSC arrears issue. If there is a misinterpretation of corps members as coroners, rest assured we've clarified that the focus is on the NYSC and its financial commitments. If new information emerges about that or any other official reaction tied to this story, Diary TV will be the first to bring it to you. For now, the spotlight remains on the corps members and their awaited payment. So what's next for Nigeria Corps members? For those still waiting for their arrears, the advice from NYSC officials is clear. Ensure your bank details are correctly updated in the NYSC system to avoid delays. You can contact your state secretariat or the NYSC Director General's office for assistance. Joining NYSC WhatsApp groups or following official channels on platforms like X can also keep you updated on payment schedules. For prospective Corps members preparing for Batch A 2025, the mobilization process is in full swing. The NYSC has released tentative dates for online registration, with Batch A Stream 2 registration reportedly starting around April 7, 2025. The NYSC has released tentative dates for online registration, with Batch A Stream 2 registration that reportedly started around April 7, 2025. However, as noted on platforms, these dates are subject to change, so stay vigilant and check official NYSC portals for updates. The biggest picture here is one of hope and progress. The payment of arrears and the increased allowance signal the government's commitment to supporting Nigerian youths. As Minister Allowance put it, as Nigeria evolves, so must the NYSC. Whether it's through financial support, skill acquisition programs, or structural reforms, the goal is to empower the Corps members to thrive in a changing world. And that brings us to the end of today's deep dive on Diary TV. The NYSC's payment of arrears is a significant step forward, but it's clear there is still work to be done to ensure that every Corps members receive what they are owed without delay. To all our Corps members out there, keep serving, keep shining, and keep checking those bank alerts. Join us next time as we bring you more stories that shape our nation. I'm Ogenekara Asowe, and this has been Diary TV. Stay informed, stay inspired, and have a lovely day.